First of all, it's a pleasure for me being here today. My name is Matteo Lentini, I'm Italian, and I've been living in Dubai for the last 7 or maybe 8 months now. And today I will tell you about a journey, my journey, that is something that I really aim for. I've been traveling a lot of countries, living in a lot of places, changing a lot of cultures, changing a lot of teams, and I hope maybe this journey might inspire you and one day could be also yours. Let's first start from this picture here. I don't know if any of you is familiar with this mosaic that dates back to the 2nd century after Christ. Any of you knows who is this person that is tied up at the ship in the center of the picture? Okay, so this guy is a hero, he's a Greek hero, and his name is Ulysses, and he's the protagonist of one of the most amazing, epic books ever written, and it's the Odyssey. So when I was a kid, I was a Sicilian kid. Sicily is very close to Greece, by the way. Our culture is very influenced by it. I was reading this book a lot, and I was imagining how cool it would have been to have the same type of adventures, the same type of tales that Ulysses had. So just if you're not familiar with it, I'm gonna go very quickly through his story. So the guy was a hero. He won the war in Troy, and from Troy, he had to go back to Ithaca, which was his hometown, a small island where he was the king. Usually 1.5 to 2 months of navigation. However, Poseidon, which was the god of the sea, got mad at him, and he had him ramble around for the Mediterranean Sea for 10 years. And throughout these 10 years, he met enemies, he met friends, he met new cultures. He was challenged a lot by all these difficulties, these tricks that he was presented to, but finally he made it back to Ithaca. So this trip, this long tale, changed a lot Ulysses. And when I was sitting at the bench of university during my college years, I always thought, that's the type of life I want to do. That's the type of life I wanted to do when I was a kid. And ultimately, the global world allowed me to do it. Now it's very easy to change place, it's very easy to communicate. And from that moment until today, I've been living in 12 countries, both as a student, doesn't change, it does. Both as a student, both as a worker. And 12 countries means 12 languages, 12 different cultures, and a lot of stress on adapting yourself. I studied at the university years. There should be 3 flags, but there are, 3 codes. As I told you, I lived in Italy. I was a student in Italy, and then I went to study in Czech Republic, in Prague. And after that, I went for my studies in Taiwan, in Taipei, during my master's degree. Those experiences were among the most amazing and inspiring of my life. I still have friends that are today among my best friends, dating back to those days, because you met people that really share your values, share your vision on the world. So I decided that that's what I want to do as well as a professional. I don't want to go back to Italy, have a standard corporate job, 9 to 5, going back at home or to the gym and that's it, like most of my friends were doing. I want to have an inspiring journey, meeting new culture, changing place. I wanted to change, I wanted to be challenged. And so I started my professional career, those should be flags, but I will tell you, in one of the companies that back in the days was doing something very innovative. We are talking about 2010, 2011. And that company is Rocket Internet, a German company that had a very specific business model. I am taking successful businesses in US and replicating them in growing countries. So first in Luxembourg, in Germany, in Thailand, then in Russia, in Kazakhstan, and then finally back to Italy. I worked for this company and its spin-offs through different digital and technological business models. And I can tell you how crazy was it back then, because when I was, for example, working in Thailand, I joined the team and we were just 8 people that were working with our own laptops from a coffee shop. Times 4 months, we were more than 200 people having a 3-store business building in the center of Bangkok. So the pace, the type of experience that I acquired through those years was unbelievable. And after my experience with Rocket Internet, where I end up as a CEO of a country, I decided to be an entrepreneur myself. So from an entrepreneur in residence, which was scaling processes, building teams, closing deals with suppliers or with customers, I decided to do it for myself as an own entrepreneur. And that's also why the reason I'm here in UAE, because we are building a software as a service in the region, which is called 86. And we basically help the suppliers and the food distributors to better reach out and sell their products to their customer. Software as a service, if you're not familiar with that, it's a business model that in digital and tech companies is very popular nowadays. So, it looks very, very shiny. A lot of countries, a lot of people, cultures. It must be very fun. Yes, but on the other hand, it's also very challenging and complicated. And there is one mistake that I've done a lot, and I still keep doing it, which is believing that what has worked for you in your previous experience, what you found out being workful and having an impact, 99 out of 100 doesn't work on your new context. So it's like if you have a hammer in hand, you think everything is a nail, but that's not the case. Because every new context requires new skills, requires new abilities and adaptation. I've done it here as well in Dubai, in UAE, thinking, okay, the things here might work very, very similar to how they work in the US. Oh my God, such a big mistake at that. So the fastest you adapt to the context that changes, the most you're going to be successful. And there is a very simple way to get things done quickly, to adapt quickly, which is to find a close circle of people that you trust that can guide you through the change, through the context that is changing. And it's very easy to find it. You can start with the friends of friends. So those people that you know through a common friend are the ones that are living in the country where you're going and can give you a lot of value. Usually having friends in common means often having also value in common, so you can trust easily. The second one is the alumni network of your university, and I still use it nowadays. I'm using it here as well. I've been through 3 universities, and I have almost one meeting a month with every alumni community of that university, where you meet people that are living in that country, share with you pages of your university, the badge of your university, and most likely can help you to do business in the new country. And finally, and this is I discovered it later when I was already an entrepreneur, the embassy and the institutions. The role that your country embassy plays in a foreign country for you as a citizen is huge. So it's a big network that helps you both personally and both for the business. And then there is one, let's say, quick win that I always do. I started doing it when I was in Lisbon during COVID times. As soon as COVID was over, it's to always have a meal with someone that you don't know. Never Eat Alone is also a very famous book. So after Odyssey, I really advise you to read because it's fantastic, but that's epic. This is very actionable book. You get insights on how to build relationships in environments that are not very comfortable for you, especially like living in a foreign country. And it's a very easy thing to do. Just meet someone that doesn't come from your culture, that comes from a different country, and or whatever, someone that you don't know, and you share a meal with this person. And all the people that I've met throughout my 12 countries where I changed residencies really had a strong impact on me It's all about the people at the end. Of course, every team I work with, every type of situation, every challenge, every business partner, every person is like a piece of stone that has a different color, different size, different origins, but if you put them together, will enrich a lot your mosaic. And you guys are super lucky because you guys live in one place that is the city of dream for half of the world. And Dubai is really a training field to get you ready for a global career, for a global mindset. Because here you have 200 nationalities. Out of 200 nationalities, if you really meet 10%, 20% of them, you have access to 40 countries. 40 countries is 40 entry points for new culture, new business opportunities, new markets, new vacations. You decide what you want, but that's a big advantage. So don't get afraid of overcome the change. Be inspired by the change of culture, of country, and all the opportunities that this can entail, and live your own Odyssey. Thank you very much.